we started off without any audio on the game, but we fixed that before we got going for a good distance. This place, I've been informed, I'm not sure if that's perfectly accurate, but is basically like intentionally scaled a bit iffily to be like beyond challenging. So we'll probably save it for later and not like do it, but I kind of want to peek at like the next floor up in the Abbey. I've cleared 2 of the combats, and I haven't gotten any of like the special classes. So I am kind of curious. So we'll do one more. Also, I have some experience here as a warden. There's this floor. This is where your journey ends. Trial of commitment will test you and strip you of your defenses. You're not ready for this. You just straight up says you're not ready for this. Confessor. Well, Confessor? Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. What does Sister Suri do? Afflicts all foes with death mark for 40 seconds. So your turn. The mark cannot be healed by. Fuck. Are you shitting me? Brother Mungo with 100 HP over to almost 200 HP over there. Virtue and Faith. Brother Nedley. They have a sniper. They have a freaking Ignis Knight. Yeah, this is one where when it thrashes us, we're just turning around and leaving. Because that's not happening. You just can't even get rid of Death Mark, so like... I wonder if, what is going on with that guy? I wonder if I could even, like, get, What is going on with you? Why are you just constantly getting buffed? We have to assassinate that fucker. There's no chance otherwise. But that's obviously not going to happen either, so I don't know. Guido's job, if it even works, is to just constantly be shitting on MP for everyone else. Well, all this is passive they have, but like, what passive that just constantly gives them some kind of enchant life weapon? Oh, and struck by an element can't be used with mirror. Oh, that actually, huh? That's one of the mods added like life as an element for that, didn't it? I don't remember that being a thing. All right, Guido. Does prayer work? It does. Okay, good. There's no chance this is happening. Because, like, with Deathmark, we can't get any of these buffs. None of them. Does Warmth work? Warmth works. They're coming. Lord, they're coming. I'm gonna try to funnel them, like, through the conveyor belt maze. So they just kind of get stuck there. We'll see how effective that is. If we can yoink Sister What's-Her-Face. Oh god, they're pouncing. We can yoink and assassinate Sister What's-Her-Face. There goes that. Bat. Have fun with the fights. This is an interesting puzzle. I might come back with everyone able to summon and just like throw as many summons they have at them and see how that goes. It was just a puzzle. It's a puzzle and a stat check. Like, I have to find a way to assassinate Sister What's-Her-Face so I can get rid of Deathmark so I can actually do the fight. And then by then, it's gonna be too late, so... Suri? Needs to fucking die. Oh, Bear's dead. Because they can return fire from like 1,000,000 miles away. I need to get that one class that transfers debuffs from you to the enemies. You die, lol. It does feel that way. You die, lol. Bat. They also have sleep darts. They have two extremely long-range combatants as well. This bear having like fire and would be useful, so you just burn the shit out of one of them, but you could do significant damage. It doesn't matter if it's not the target that we need you to target. Honestly, none of this matters because you're just gonna get blown up. Like, we can't get the Sister Suri, which I've actually blocked off because of reasons. If I had high level force, I could shove you and the corpse out of the way. But I don't, so... See how this goes. Bat. See how much damage this Phoenix does to you. Only 6. I'm in trouble. I'm dead. Oh, that's Brother Fucker. That's Brother Fuckface over there. Holy shit. That's King Fucker of Fuck Mountain right there. And he blocked it. Fuck. In less than one turn, I'm gonna get annihilated. If I try to push me with that I'm gonna get annihilated. I'm just dead until the end of time. There's the sleep dart. Brotherfuckers. Station. Well, that's what he is, okay. He's got 88 block? Or 88 dodge? Yikes, no wonder Bear can barely hit him. And by barely, I mean he literally cannot. I mean, you sound like hundreds of zones in there. Oh, hundreds of zones? Maybe. I think his zones are in relatively obvious spots. But, yeah. He does have those, like, permanent stat boosting cave flowers throughout his, like, mods that are just like, oh, here's more permanent, what, magical defense or physical defense? Which, probably part of what you're supposed to have to handle this nonsense. someone that can take a hit from these enemies on difficulties that aren't ruin and just be like, haha, it doesn't matter that you hit me because I can just keep going. Instead of like, oh, their big guy hit me and I'm either dead or half dead. And they also have like twice as many people as I do, so... Yeah, my mistake here was I went to move the body to keep him from reviving when I should have just kept playing keep away. We might have been, and also I had a chance to get Sister Suri pretty early on, which would have, if I had just not blocked here, and she had gone around on the conveyor, I could have had Guido rope her out, and then had you annihilate her, and then maybe things would have gone a bit differently. Who's doing all the reviving? It's Sister Suri, right? Sister Suri and Brother Nedley. And the Ignis Knight. Penitent Alex. Like I said, though, we're not going to sit here and do this fight over and over again until it works. We'll come back later if we want to. I just wanted to see it. I also kind of want to see the basement. What's her dodge? Probably really high. I kind of skipped that, but you're right to ask that because it's probably really, really high. Well, actually, I say that. Only like certain enemies in the fights have had like insanely high dodge. Like one guy. Which is manageable, yeah. Like with enough skill. Skill is accuracy which overcomes dodge, right? I mean, character skill, that is. Oh, the basement is a dungeon. And you said Guido had access to Confessor? Oh, yeah, no, that's the one that we purchased. There's the Inquisitor and the Sentinel as well, though. Another key. Question is the basement worse? Or not worse than... Wait, what? Is this supposed to be some sort of hint as to how I traverse this place? Oh, I see. I can go back out that way. I see. I see. Right, I mean... Anoint yourself with an ally in front of you for whenever your anointed ally attacks, all anointed allies are healed for 5% of max HP. Without any combat encounters? Okay. Well, then clearly climbing up the tower was a mistake. And, I'm looking for the basement, probably. Oh, one of those puzzles. The button transits between two colors and it also does the same to the other color. That's something I managed to off. Why does this abbey just have giant bone piles in their basement? These guys are freaks. You didn't skip the button because people try to climb the tower. What are they gonna do with the bodies? Use their revival powers to revive them and send them on their way. Now, This puzzle is one that I should probably think about and solve properly, but I'm just gonna hit buttons. I like hitting buttons. Boom. Just hitting buttons. Pendant of Compassion. Religious pendant that provides immunity to empathy. And integral to that when granted by constancy, compassion allows monks to them to carry out their work in service to the greater good unto one another. Immunity to empathy. Do not commit the sin of empathy. Essence Gem Pure. And a bunch of moss malts. Alright, forget how to solve this though. Not that. Not that. Easily? Easily is how you do it? Okay, well, I'll work on that one. There you go. Provides immunity to death mark. Now I just need 5 of these things, and we're good to go. So they constantly guided by compassion alongside, they must commit themselves fully to their work. So they're going to immunity that blocks the healing protective powers of life magic. Also an ability crest, because why not? And some volcano bait meat, which I hadn't yet had. Who am I going to give that crest to? One of the people that doesn't yet have a second one. I'm leaning towards Guido, because he likes having prayer, but he could also use some like other abilities from other classes. Gets plus 2 HP. No one gets the plus 2 HP meat. Because I don't use stat boosting items yet. I need to figure out the one person who gets all of them. Which is going to be either me or you. Does the meat convey like stat boosts in the way that like if you had if you ate the meat, would you go up to the next like threshold of stat points? Sarkos does not go up. All right. I mean, Guido, both you and Guido are tanks, right? Actually, you know what? This guy could probably use... If he unlocked Spell Archon, he could then have, like, a wind shot deal. Or something. Which would be really useful. Guido likes having prayer. He'd also like to have, like, smelling salts or something. Or he's already a sailor presently, but, like... No, Guido definitely needs the crest. He needs the crest. Alright, I'll drink the moss balls. They don't stack? Weird. I will give unto you the baked meat. Right, that makes sense. But what if I had the baked meat, so I didn't get one shot? What does Rupture do exactly again? It's one of those things that's like really disgusting in terms of percentage HP. 10% of their max HP for each tile they moved. Imagine a bow with that and just far shotting a dude and like he tries to close the gap on you, right? Probably gonna get rid of the goop and put the Rupture on freaking Dan's bow or something. My phone just... No, that's something else. We currently have 6 Zunes, and a lot more Moss Malt, and a Sea Lancetfish. I think Rupture specifically says during their turn. Each time they moved during their turn. Resist by certain powerful creatures that resist percentage damage of poison and burning. Oh, push and pull effects also 10% of the max HP is damage. Okay, never mind. You're right. Wow. This looks like a combat encounter. So this is not the way I want to go immediately. I see, this is just a way to... Huh. Surely I'm gonna get refunded some of my keys here, or I just have so many keys that I don't really care. Huh. Well, there's the key chest full of keys. Oh, money? Gross. And a growth trigger. Oh, absolutely mundane for this area. Those are some mantles. They don't look too scary, if I'm being perfectly honest. They're not like confessor mantles or anything like that. It's just mantles. I think I see like 5 of them. Which means there's probably like 10 of them. But there's another one. There's the key. However, this would suggest that this is not the way to get my hands on in the Confessor class, or the other classes. Another mantle. And what the shit are those? Ballsack, spinal serpents. Rupturing... Destroying this faster with divine volatile plasma when they're destroyed. but there's many of them. Who just leaves mantles in their basement? Wait a minute. So there must be committed to this location. One is off like a door, true communion will remain out of reach. Wait. So their vocation, if one is not fully committed to or other communion. An abbey chest for down, right down. There are 3 chests here. I have more than enough keys to just throw out willy-nilly, but right down left. Am I supposed to put them in the right spots? They're movable, and I'm not sure what... And there are arrows, I'm not sure what the implication is supposed to be. I say I have enough keys, but you know... Many uses of ice magic. That's a bit of a loss. Tenants of the Abbey. Ah. First is northwest, second is northeast, third is southeast, fourth is southwest. The values of constancy is simple. First is northwest. Okay, this is gonna be something very good. I shall. Base must be firm. Wear this charm to grant immunity to their ailment, which causes affected creatures to take damage if they move. Do I have to wear their amulets respectively? Something boring out of the so the skill with the rope can be used to pull out of safety enemies in danger and need something. Okay. They also give me an iron shield. So this is clearly a push and pull puzzle, and I'm supposed to put constancy up top. So it's the first one. So this one goes here. This one goes here, and then this one. Constancy goes up here. Constancy is first. Compassion goes over here. Commitment goes over here, and then this one goes over here. Maybe. Compassion only has value when supported by constancy. True communion will remain out of reach. Compassion only when supported by constancy. Oh, okay, no, I got this. Okay, I see. Am I supposed to hit them with the intended effect, or am I supposed to avoid where the thing for the effect? Class unlocked. Which class did I unlock, though? The Sentinel? No, the Inquisitor. Confessor? Oh, they're based off of the Confessor to boot. Okay. well, that is one of the classes unlocked. Where was my entrance here? Alright. I guess I'll have to send someone through Confessor to get my hands on the other classes. This is definitely like a trap, right? Fuck me. I don't know what these obelisks do, but I have a feeling it's a very bad thing. Also, there's a fucking angel fly down here as well. Fuck me. It's definitely gonna summon on its first turn. Obelisk Blast. They're giving us the Obelisk Blast. Well, I guess we'll die now. Because they can reach the entire map and they just AoE us to death. Yeah, that seems fair. Thank goodness I dodged that. Because I'm going to need to do this. It's not enough space. If I had put down ice beforehand, I could have like a playing field to work with here. That's not gonna do shit. It might stop one of them. Stun for 10, you say? So you're saying I might want some frickin'... Hey, Zero, you want to get up? Thanks. No, you're down again. Gio's going down soon. Ugh. Alright, Zero. I need to pick Guido up. Oh, this is fucked. Obelisk Blast. Shoot it. Shoot her! Farewell, team. Good block, Ito. Thankfully, you're helping Guido stay alive. I think you're just gonna stand where you are and die again so that you can explode. This is currently a toxic cross just coming at you. The sooner you die again, the sooner you stand up again. As fucked as that is to say. The sooner you die, the better it is for the team. Angel Fly's dead. Do you get up before you, I don't know, preserve you do. MP for the team. Obelisk Blast. Bye! Oh, God. You just keep killing Guido, who keeps dodging these spells somehow. It's great. That said, there's not much to be done here. Other than to try to revive Dan constantly. Now, Obelisk Blasts do fire, so if we did have an ice bridge, we would just fall in the water instantaneously. You are slowly killing that obelisk every time you die. Oh no. My HP! I'm dead. It's all on you and Guido now. I can't have you attack the obelisk because if you do... Where did your firebombs go? I threw them into the bin, didn't I? And I didn't pull them back out. That would have been helpful, wouldn't it? You will just go into the drink if you die again. Okay, there. You do get to act before they do, so you can do this. If you're hiding, they theoretically will not shoot a fireball at you. Uh-oh. You're not getting killed. Guido? Zero's no longer preserved. Fix that. Burning Guido is probably a really bad idea. But it's my only source of fire right now. Bye. Oh, the light gave us away. That's what killed us in the first place. The totems are... Oh. Well, that's clearly not worthy of glass, otherwise they're just full of shit. Because that is definitely not a non-combat encounter situation there. Though obviously over here, I need to give you back your, fire bombs. Where did I put those fire bombs? Am I allowed to put barricades? I am allowed to put barricades on ice. What do we got going on over here? Constancy goes first. I don't have enough keys. I don't have enough keys. It's one of those things where like I'd have to open up the right one to get the key, I think. Here, I'll go down. There are those mantles from earlier. There's one of the keys. Oops. Even a random bone. There's the other key. There's the potentially last key. Another pendant of constancy. Are these just to protect against the statuses? Or are these gonna unlock? These aren't. There's no class trainer icon here. So surely this is not. Save's coming. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do a quick like. If this is nothing but those pendants, I don't want pendants, and I would rather save the keys. Yeah, let's go be up to mantles. Mantles are easy. Mantles are chumps. Even if they're like high health mantles, and if they don't have these crazy classes, it's really easy. There's only like 7 of them. Not even 8. Not even 8. Now, if you excuse me, my entire team's gonna get just shoved into the water and killed instantaneously because I positioned them in bad spots. One of these mantles might have a key. Not the water to me. Oh no. Bat. You've been poisoned. You're gonna molt. Very good snake. $33 damage lightning. It's easy. Easy, no big deal. They shocked themselves, and that guy's got a Firewalker. Condensate. Oh boy. We have to do some healing soon. Brain shocking that. Cute. Bat. We have to run away. Do your foraging 0. Actually, Bear can heal himself, so he's fine. I'm still gonna need to do some healing though. Gate Flood. Okay. Underestimating these mantles may have been a grave error. I'm the only one who's actually in danger here, so this is fine. Stun it somehow. Easy. Also doing another decay on the wall. Problem is, like, we've pretty thoroughly blocked ourselves off, especially with these Zors. So Bear is not going to be able to get out because he's been perfectly trapped. I just fucked myself. Don't mind me. Oh, well, it's fine. He's dead anyway. Which one's casting that? Who is casting that particular spell? That guy? Oh, what do you know? Fuck off, guy. Underestimating them was definitely an error, and we are going to be running away now. Go ahead, decay him. He's preserved. Okay, no, okay, maybe decay him now will actually kill him for good. We'll see. Oh, okay, they're getting real nasty. That decay is going to be a problem. You can't get in there because, like, they're just constantly shitting out spells. Bide your time for a moment, there, Zero. I mean, he does an MP restoration too, which is really damning. Can't see, there's one right there. There's that guy right there. Shoot that guy. Run away. Another gate flood. Incoming. Bat. Keto, get up, run away! How much damage does that thing do? 37? Yeah, that's gonna be a negate from me part. Not that that's gonna necessarily make a difference. Alright, Zero, you're feeling crazy. You're feeling like you're the hero of this story. You don't have enough MP for Ice Glove. Never mind, you are not the hero of this story. You're just one tile too short to be able to move there. I was gonna have you like... Molt is free. Molt is free. I could have you molt up, but then you can't attack. You know what? You're the hero of the story. You are the hero. He's down. Here's gonna reload. Gonna keep flood again. Bears. He'll survive the flood, but it's not gonna be pretty. Warmth myself? So I can warmth that other guy next turn. Other guy's gonna throw out a bat. Finish him, Zero. Oof, that hurt. That does a lot more damage, which damages you and Zor. Zor currently has negate, so we don't want to do that. Eh. Thank goodness you're extremely resistant to water. Here comes one of the ones that was in the back. Just bide your time for a moment there. I need to give you warmth. Throw another bat out, buddy. Now we just pull you up out off the ground and you'll win the fight. That's the tricky part, getting in there to do that. I could play the long game and like lead them on a merry chase. Yeah, preserve costs so much MP. This probably will not work. And it's probably just gonna get me killed by a Gate Blood. Let's see. That's Brain Shot guy. That's condensate. Where's the gate? The gate one's in the back. Fairly injured. Okay, that just killed all of them. Without these water classes, if I'm being perfectly honest, Preserve is kind of crap. For its cost. It revives them, then preserves them, but like, they're just gonna get killed, then get killed, then get killed. Any situation where you need Preserve, it's not gonna help you. In my professional doctor's opinion. Back. Yeah, I'll have Lava Walker. Okay. He's gonna keep like alternating his turns with Hunker Downs to heal himself. If it was like, yeah, no, on you it's busted. It's really, really good on you. But the barrier's gone this turn. Need to run away. On Guido, it's good. And you would turn all of their water to ice, so they'd stop being able to do that, like, annoying, whatchamacallit nonsense. Right there. If you know, Bear, you're just gonna bide your time. They're gonna cast some dumb spell and you're gonna interrupt it. I need to get more MP back. Bye, Guido. He gets a turn at least, I suppose. Bat. Run away. That spell, that Bear's gonna interrupt. He can't possibly interrupt it. Can Guido make it to 0? No, but he can do this, maybe. Hiya! Get over here, 0. We need you. They are just healing each other over and over and over. And the stun shots are not going to help much. Like, Bear is a useless combatant here, unfortunately. Why did I just put myself in a position where they can more easily AoE me? Yeah, I can't preserve here. Sorry, Bear. Headshot. Headshot is a thing that he has. I don't know how practical it'd be in this situation. I goofed, Bear. It could do some damage. Hunker down, bear. We're gonna lose some bodies here. We're gonna play the long game here. Run away. Wait, bear can actually interrupt the lightning and possibly save... Oh no, never mind, he's dead. He's a dead guy. He's dead, Jim. Their lightning is just way too strong. They do way too much damage. They have 7 skill and 14 magic power because they're mantles. Missed. Well, good try, bear. I'll try giving you one more turn, and then I'm gonna make a break for it. A lap so I can... Yeah, no, I'm doing a lap so I can revive. For sure. If I can revive you, I think we just win, because you kind of counter everything they're doing. Hunker down, bear. I don't have quick hands, but I do have my watch, so I do get to go a little bit faster. That said, if even one of them goes the wrong way, I'm in trouble. Their spells are so long range that they don't need to actually hit bear. They actually have to be in range and then attacking to be able to attack him. That said, some of them are getting really low on MP, so there is that. One of them is out. Those two are actually no longer able to cast spells. Bear is highly resistant to lightning, despite being a grub. I'm gonna trust that he's gonna survive that, and if he doesn't, I'll preserve him and run away. He did. Alright, wonderful. One of the ones that doesn't have an MP is guarding your corpses. That barrier disappears with this. Bear's gonna die at the next attack, next lightning bolt that drops down on his head. You know what? Ovokta is gonna be in trouble, so... Who's the one dropping the lightning? Rogax. Who goes in 8 time units. Lightning, I think, is a bunch more. Can he hit Rogax? He cannot hit Rogax. He can hit Rogax, he can't really do much to Rogax. It's hard. He's got his eyes on. That did nothing compared to what it should have done. For having... It did the strength bonus, but it didn't have the effects of... whatchamacallit? His gun. Yeah, the only one with mana is doing the magics. Surely he doesn't hit that hard. He's gonna slap me, but he's not gonna slap me all that hard. Yeah, okay, I'm good. My regen will cover that. Where you going, Rogax? Not feeling confident? We're almost there. He's coming back around. He's gonna try and stop me. Okay, no, the Rogax is not coming for me. Alright, Zero. I know I wanted to revive you, but I feel confident reviving Guido to then revive you. This is possibly a mistake. Possibly a mistake. We'll see. Got one. We would like you to kindly leave us alone for a moment, okay? We're reviving. I may have grossly underestimated these, whatchamacallits. Mantles. Hiya! Do that big 1 damage 0. That still hits Guido? That's crazy. Good thing he's got preserve. The ice carapace on a corpse is kind of impossible. I will negate for myself and bide my time. They activated my trap card. You're back. Drain him. Not because you want to live, but you want the MP. Living's just kind of a secondary effect. And since you're living, we are gonna have you, like, actually live. There's a lot of bone all over the floor. Bye, Guido. Ice Forge. Oh, Rolgax is out of MP. See, these mantles don't have the one thing that those other guys do have, which is fucking infinite MP. They do not have that. He didn't hear no bell. Ah! He put himself back down. Oops. Don't worry. Guido will return. Horizon's Gate 2. I don't want you to molt through the enemy. That's kind of counterproductive. He's currently poisoned. Ah, whatever. Molt through him. You'll do ice damage. Fool killed himself. Molt north. He's preserved, he'll be fine. I could go get Dan, but that's so far away. I'm just gonna finish the fight. Big 1 damage. Roll through the ice field, probably. It's free. Okay. We killed the mantles. They were real easy. No big deal whatsoever. I mean, we did get them first try, so we'll just ignore the fact that they took off so much of your Guido's max HP. Knowing what I know, we could probably do the Angel Fly fight. Possibly without even prep work, but with the tiniest bit of prep work, it would probably make it a lot easier. Also, there's an obvious dig spell right there, where I get my extra key. There's an extra key. Ow. I would be a fool to dig up every single tile. So yeah, how much you went down in the empathy fight? Yeah. This is probably a mistake, but this is how I'm going to open this fight, because I'm starting to embrace the just insanity that is your build. Everyone else doesn't get to move from their spots. They're just back there. Nice try. Back. Guessing these things are like, yeah, they're immune to red magic. That said, I'm gonna have you try to survive for just a little bit, so that we can get a preserve on you. Let me do this real quick. It's part of our mana engine nonsense. Pat, what are you doing? You're leading them over here. Oh no. The rupture didn't miss. Okay, I didn't get a preserve on you before you died, which is unfortunate. Two tiles isn't the end of the world. Senfar, you don't get to move anymore. That's a lot of damage. Okay, what is that? Oh, look at this, 20 damage in your cross pattern, burning anything unfortunate to stand close. That? Right away. You're fucking dead, mate. I mean, I could just preserve. There's two options: negate to negate the damage, or shove to get it out of the way. The shove will put you back down. 0 PLS. Get back on that 0. Oh no. Hunker down, bear. I think we win though, right? That's game. Ah, key. Wonderful. I'm gonna go open those chests, probably. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to the keys in case further ahead is the next training area. They said you... Oh, the rotworm nest. You said that they said that there's no need to... How much you want to bet that rotworm nest has a key in it? You killed Class with your revival. Alright. We're gonna respect your health a little bit more. You're down to 34. There, without preserve. Yeah, I need to preserve you, then send you in. Not the other way around. Small detail. That makes sense. You can probably get away with this. This is not like a super crazy, like, draw-up fight. So you can probably get away with just treating this like a normal thing anyway. So you do your forge. Let's go in there and have fun. I think I have my ice up in one of my pockets. I can also just do this. Oh, you mean for reviving you probably, right? So you do have that ability right now. There is indeed a key underneath that. Alright. Let's head back and go in there. I wonder if the... Ow. The, trainer for the other classes on the very first floor. These don't look like they're going to be unlocking a class by opening them all. These are just more of these pendants. Protects against the death mark. We have 2 of those now at least, so that's nice. Domino? Oh. That could be a good thing to protect against. Alright, this combat we can probably get away with. There are 2 things to keep in mind for this one, though. The obelisks shoot based on accuracy, so having any source of light whatsoever makes it easier to hit. And they rely on that, so we don't want to burn them, we don't want to do anything like that. And we do want to have some ice so we can maybe lay down. Obviously their shots are going to create fire, so we can't use the ice to stand on the water or anything like that. But we can create barricades on the water if there's ice there. And those barricades can block their shots. Because with no light in play, we are very likely to avoid being hit. But we can guarantee that we won't get hit if we block their shots altogether. Yeah, standing on the water is going to be an instant death. We have to stay on this platform. But we can block their shots. Healing Whip. And no light. Just no light allowed whatsoever. I think this is doable. We would like to avoid grouping up if possible, to a certain degree. Bear will be over there, and me and Dan will be down here. Actually, we'll do it like that. So the Angel Fly's going to summon flies, and they're going to start shooting their shots. Blocked and missed, because they are based on vision. Throw down a bat. Zero's down, but Guido gets to go, so we go straight for the revive. Go for that obelisk over there. Even though that's one that I'm probably going to block off. I definitely need to revive Vito manually. With a preserve of my own. It's down again. Yep, I'm gonna have to do that. Blocked, wonderful. You blocked, which is a little bit less good because that was your chance to preserve. There we go. Wonderful. Throw down a bat. Kinda need you to stay exactly still so you keep hitting that obelisk and the angel fly. I have no idea what's going on, but I know that in the darkness of this area, things are working out for us, sort of. I'm gonna have to preserve you. Because your natural preserve is gonna run out soon. Guido, negate yourself. Ice doesn't appear to melt if you're standing on it. I mean, worst case scenario, if we test that and it's not true, we just restart. But I feel like that can't be true. We'll find out. I wonder if like your corpse will disappear beneath the waves. Guido's still alive. They have a minimum range. We need to overwhelm them with bats. Got rid of the angel fly at least. Good block, Zero. Bit of a waste of Frozen Forge. I'll be sit still for a moment and give you a proper preserve. Actually, the smoke bomb needs to be renewed. Well, the smoke bomb is going to last for at least one more turn. Preserve you properly and then continue to hide in the darkness. More bats. Do I dare think that we're actually at the point where you're going to survive? Smoke bomb's gone. Smoke bomb's gone. Everyone's dead. And Bio's on fire. Well, shit. Stop being on fire. This was going well, but then I didn't renew the smoke bomb. You're right. As there in McKinley and Marvel sources, I mean, when you see six, I'll take them. Those will do the same will provide you can get close. Bat. Where is it to not do this? Probably gonna run out of preserve if I don't run you away from there. I think you ran out. Nope, you're still there. You are blocking though, which is kind of not good for you. It's strange that that's the case, but that is definitely the case. I can't quite preserve you this turn. You get Bear up though. I forgot Bear is down. Here, because of the fire shield. That makes sense. Bat. Just keep throwing bats until you can't throw bats. both alive. That one obelisk is almost down. Smoke bomb's almost gone here. I'm coming for you, Zero. It's gonna take a turn or two, but I'm coming for you. They do have a minimum range, so that does work out in our favor. More bat. Smoke bomb's almost gone. Bat. Victory. We've gotten a lot of experience points in these classes. Gonna use some more ice skill, I think. Wasn't it like it accelerates your turn or something like that when you are revived? Nearby foes tend to act at the start of your turn and delay stronger when more foes are present. Critical Preserve? Oh, Critical Preserve. Yeah, right. That one, yes. I was considering Critical Preserve with other things as well. The problem with Critical Preserve is that Critical Preserve requires that you don't die in one hit. And on Ruin, a lot of things will just like take you from full health or half health to dead. That's my main concern. I'm gonna use that ice skill I was mentioning that I was gonna give you. Yeah, we'll upgrade her to Mortis. more bow skill. He's almost completely mastered. Well, he needs the passives to master Desperado, but he's basically there. Oof, without being a Desperado, he has 2 move. Because of that heavy bandolier, which has been really, really useful for him. But I think I'm gonna forego that in favor of him not being slow as fuck. Like shrapnel back, I guess, or artillery. I could get view momentum on him. He needs a new crest. He doesn't need another crest. Dash could be really helpful. Sniper. Which is sniper? Is that like a class? Its own class? Or pass for one of the range classes, storm shot? Oh, right. Sniper. Okay, no, yeah. Accuracy. You're right. You know what? Let's do him sniper. It's not a bad one. He has a lot of skills, so he's gonna have a lot of accuracy. I'm gonna save up for that extra point of life skill. You're down to 31 HP. Does that mean these obelisks didn't have keys in them? This was indeed not the training room for class. How'd I miss that? That's the arrow that just lets you go. Oh. That requires a tide by any heart's fair. Can I have just bought them all from him? War Ballad? War Ballad is, I think, how you're expected to just have guard and moored up at all times. You just have a guy that sits there and does nothing but War Ballad all day, every day. Because that's the only way I can reasonably see it kept up. Think of the people you want to protect. Yep. We do have a lot of these necklaces now. Wait a minute, what? Creatures, did they just give me some books on this? Vigilant shield. Consider their shield take reduced physical and magic damage. When they take damage, they also grant their vigilant ally a stacking boost of shot. Only one creature can be vigilant shielded at a time. One creature per team can be vigilant at a given time. That'd be the new classes. Which food are we sitting on right now? 225 at 16 per day. I've completely forgotten what we were doing world-wise. We were on our way, we were just exploring. We were gonna go from Belrique to somewhere. I couldn't tell you where. I think I was gonna head west to look for the summoning stone. Well, I know my guild quest, I mean my personal quest. What I wanted to do. We'll come back here another time. Oh. Did I clear Undergriff? Looks like I did not clear Undergriff. Reability tablet. Nadir. Nadir. Oof. Let us revisit Belrique and re-top up on food. Scan the Abbey. Oh, I did not scan the Abbey's map icon. I figured it'd just be another location. I need to specifically return this to Grand Cirque, don't I? But that one is actually unique. You sure? It is. I think Guido's gonna go to be a confessor for a short time. The only he really needs from Sailor is smelling salts. I'll pick when I next land. Let's go in search of summoner stones. Whatever that entails. You have a funny way to say murdered. Yeah, Jesus. I mean, yeah, we were kindly told to stay in certain areas if we're not ready to get murdered. And thrown in the basement. Where's my summoner's compass? Tools are radically endless near a lost summoning stone. And it's impossible to find a lost summoning stone to do this without such a compass. Crystals contain small life triggers. Frostbite Cave, I remember being its own thing. I suspect we're not looking at here for the thing. Could be wrong, though. Until melted, it cannot be used for grappling. Ranged fire options on my team. Flare gun. Let's see, lancetfish. This is far too peaceful for a forest skull encounter. Oh. Ice mantles. Ice mantles are just a bunch of chumps, so this will be easy, right? Right? I mean, you are fully healed, so this should be a little bit easier, but, especially if they are indeed ice mantles. These aren't mantles. The things in the basement may not have even been mantles now I look at it. Mediums. Oh, wait, that's a class. Illuminating medium focus aura. These are still mantles. These are mantles. They're just weird looking. They have a shovel. They do have a shovel. Also, I realized last night that Soulport is not where I found the silver shovel. And I don't remember. It was probably one of the secret shops. Frailty, malaise, and your melee attacks all inflict itchy. So we got one of his fancy classes here. We got a... One that we don't have is infinite mana for them. So we are mostly fine in that regard. We're going to open up with a long shot. On the medium, because the medium is probably going to be the troublemaker here. No, poor I my shovel. We can leave that as a surprise for now. That way I can, like, figure it out or remember, or, you know, it can be its own little adventure, you know? These fools are going to bring ice to bear upon you, and they're going to suffer for it. Abanok. I said bat. And you're going to bring ice against them. Maybe you'll suffer for it, but that's fine. Also, Guido has, like, no other powers right now, except Prey. Prey and his other thing. Bear's gonna hunker to get his shot back. I will preserve you. And we're gonna send you in with all the power in the world. Carbax needs to go as soon as possible. Making else investment logs would make sense. I'm mostly just gonna be exploring the ship upgrade system and seeing just how fun it feels. It's gonna be a lot of naval combat. Malaise. What was malaise again? More damage from magic? Just throw more bats at them. Molt at them. No matter how he does it, he can't really get a good shot. Take that one then. We have the high ground Anakin. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Some MP. You're just gonna keep using your white strike on them, if I'm being perfectly honest. MP is nice. You're just gonna hit them. You have like 10 turns before you have to either die or they have to all be dead. So you're just gonna go swinging. Uh-oh. We found our first target. Actually, you know what? Malaise guy can go. Well, I say that. Yeah, Malaise guy can go. You can negate for one of them and protect them from the Inferno. Who has more fire skill? Neither of them have a lot of fire skill. Bear has slightly less HP, but Bear can heal himself, so we're gonna go for the guy that's technically slightly more important to the game's outcome. Sorry, Bear. Oh, actually, I don't need to apologize to Bear, because Bear can go before the guy can even, finish his spell. Oh, sorry, did I not mute when I sneezed? Yeah, I think I didn't mute when I sneezed there. Okay. That guy's dealt with. Bat. I think it may be worthwhile to negate and ward on this guy who's about to get hit by a million different spells. Or negate an Aegis. That said, who's casting which one? This guy's casting that one, and that guy's casting that one. We can't really kill both of them, but we can probably kill one of them. Almost. They just don't care. The person just running around murdering them, that's fine. Your ice armor's out, so you're not going to be doing it as much now. You will now need to start taking your MP back. Oh, I wonder how well the AI even understands that concept, because they're really content to just try to kill you, even though that often kills them. I don't know how well these abilities are programmed into the AI's understanding. I'm curious about that. Alright, well, we've got enough bats to last us a little while now, don't we? Give Guido some warmth. If it was clone dogs, this would have been a nightmare. Well, at least your Ruin Aura's not here. Your Ruin Aura was... That one time we had to deal with your Ruin Aura was a nightmare. Victory. Inquisitor unlocked. He needs to get Sharpshooter experience to see what the other one does, though. Whenever you become anointed, you also become soothed. All anointed allies are healed for... I'm curious how some of these abilities work. Like, you and all allies in front of you, how many is that? How big is that? That's actually not all allies in front of you. Okay, no, it is all allies in front of you. It's basically a battle cry. Protect two allies with an adaptive shield for 100. Allies with a shield that take an element, they'll take elemental damage, become immune to that type of damage for 60 seconds. Suppress magic, that really annoying spell that just shoots a bolt in straight line that dispels magic, drains health and mana for the victims. Oh, so the stronger, wow. So some of these enemies would take a lot of damage from that. You know, it probably would. We might be able to give that a quick test. We may also not be able to get it a quick test. It may not work very well. So what does Anointed do again? Whenever you... all Anointed allies are healed for 5% of their max HP. Yep. It triggers every single time. So 5% of your max HP. Annoying. The leveling up on that just makes its duration bigger. It doesn't become a bigger AoE or anything like that. And Anointed itself doesn't become stronger. But yeah, if I anointed myself and then I frenzied, I'd heal the entire team for 15% of their max HP. That would be a very strong combo. Suppress magic seems like it'd be very, very good for actually stopping mages. Censure deals and silence the enemy for 26 seconds. Start next to 50. The target is casting a spell or channeling ability. Imprison. Oh, with your weapon and surround the enemy in magical barriers that last for 70 seconds. Can't be reused for 100 seconds. Pass Palisade. Pass through creatures in a straight line, granting allies negate for 32 while also creating barriers in unoccupied tiles. Okay, this class sounds way too good. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it sounds way too good. You're cured whenever you KO a foe during your turn. If you already have no negative status effects, become anointed instead. I remember that one. Enemy attack threats guard for yourself and allies for 25 costs 9. Grants ward costs 9. Yeah, that one. These two are a really silly combo. So your turn, gain 2 mana for each unique adaptation you possess. At least 3 you are energized for 200. Energized grants 4 energy each turn. Auto adapt. Combat starts when you're revived. And when revived, gain adaptive shield for 100 seconds. You take any elemental damage coming into that type of damage for... Here it is a multi-shot, yeah. Frenzy Whip, multi-shot. There's a lot of options here. Interesting that this one has skills at skill Ruin, but doesn't have Ruin as the stat. You can become a sharpshooter for like no reason for a very short time. He just wants the experience so he can learn. Wait, Citadel will not stack with a tablet. I can get Citadel. Citadel as a passive means I have +1 level with barrier, so I can create an extra block. It's kind of funny. kind of maxed out the Warden, so I'm definitely going to go to Balancer now. Maybe raise my other elemental resists for a bit while I get Warmth to last longer, Ice Carapace. Not that I definitely want levels of Force. It's a very useful ability to have leveled up. You have maxed out, other than having the passives, Grave Knight. I might send you back to Revenant, just to fill that out as well. Well, maybe I try to find you a better class. Molting is really useful. Molting is really good. Leveling that up would actually be really good too. Yeah, your defense, the Grave Knight has a lot more defense than the Revenant. Revenant's not that low in defense though. Not that bad. Focus is how Bear is going to be able to use Desperado's headshot. Doubling your accuracy for the following turn, and then going, it's high noon. Shield skill, that does help a lot. Now, obviously, that crypt is a little frozen, and we're going to need to thaw it out. My preferred method, flare gun. Oh no, that's a barrier. That's not what I thought it was. 0 if you would do the honors. I'm not sure if you can with Drain Touch. You need something else. Kiss of Death. Web. This is where the 4 skill encounters probably begin. The compass is not beginning to point in any given direction, so I'm a little leery. Overgrown. Clear the plants away probably with some fire. There, if you'd be so kind. I don't like the looks of this. Oh, it's just a Torsk. I mean, I say that, I don't know if it's actually a Torsk. It looks like a Torsk. It's like a Torsk. But is it a Torsk? I don't know. It does have us lined up very nicely for lots of lightning bolts. Let's find the thing on the map on the dungeon. I figured it would be, but I don't know. This is probably a different mod. But I'm just exploring and going off of what I'm like experiencing, you know? Yeah, this is a Taurus skull, right? Bat. Zero, for the moment I need you to focus on survival. That stupid bat just got in the way of my plan. That's fine. Yeah. More bat. More bats. Bye, Guido. Thank you, Zero. Uh-oh, they're doing the spells now. I'm doing lots of spells now. I'm entrusting Guido to you, Zero. Okay, he is going to get hit by two things of lightning. So let's negate for him and see if that does anything to save his life. He's going to get hit by one thing of lightning. That will definitely save his life. Guido's back, baby. Definitely would have been served well by creating a bunch of ice before slipping further into the room. Ah, they're actually getting multiple AoEs off here. That guy's not going to be allowed to do that again. I get to act before the lightning goes off, at least. Bear's gonna be fine. To be honest, I'm probably just gonna throw down some more smoke bomb. I'm not fine. Throw bat. Horse down. Sentinel unlocked, which is the archer version of this thick class, but protective shot. Shoot your target for 75%, grant deflect to allies surrounding the initial target for 45 seconds. Okay. Bow only. Not even crossbow. Bow only. Shoot your target for something and grant regeneration to allies surrounding your initial target. Okay. Shoot 2 targets for 50% calling down an aurora upon them for 100 seconds. Units standing in aurora are healed for 10%. If they're anointed, unanointed take damage instead. Channel the target's weapons with life magic for 140 seconds, adding 4 extra life damage. Vigilant shield. Cover an ally with a watchful shield for 100 seconds. If an ally takes 25% reduced physical damage and magical damage. If an ally takes damage, you gain stacking bow skill. Bow attacks heal allies surrounding your target for at least 1. Skills of life. Takes the trap when you score KO during you and all allies are healed for at least 1. Cured if you have 3 or more negative status effects on you. Trenchant Fletching. Bow attacks inflict -1 for you for your target and enemies surrounding your target allies in your game instead. Anointed Arrows. Bow attacks coat the primary target in oil and anoint allies surrounding the target for at least 30 seconds. Oil arrows? Oil arrows. That could be very, very powerful. If nothing else from that class, oil arrows. I think Guido will go back to being something else, though. Suppressed magic could be very, very useful. Bolt of disruptive magic that drains them. Prison and Pass Palisade also sound really busted. Tempted to send him down this way. The fact that it scales off of how magical free oil? Yeah, free oil. Sounds kind of fun. The fact that it scales off of, whatchamacallit? The enemy's magical strength, and a lot of enemies just have like 16 magic. It means that, like, you would destroy their MP really, really quickly. Inquisitor to go with Grave Knight. That could be good. Guido could also become a Grave Knight. He could join the Grave Knight train. It's not really the frontline damage either, though. He's kind of just a support guy, which is kind of why I want to get him up higher in Warden. I could also have him, like, learn Minstrel. That way he could, like, War Ballad, theoretically. I was gonna have, like, Dan become a Minstrel Bat Handler, but, like, the thing is, as the Bat Handler, his job is to just be throwing bats every single turn. You have a love-hate relationship with War Ballad. It takes 2 turns to cast, which is a small problem. Reduce cast times by 8% of your time to act. But the cast time costs 60% more. At max rank duration is 43. That's 1 turn for 2 turns of casting. Yeah, no, that's not great. 8% of 31 is, yeah, that's gonna be 2, isn't it? It's usually 2. So 2 off of 35 is not going to be enough to make a difference. Yeah, you can't even keep it up constantly. I don't understand how constant ward and guard is to be expected. Other than through like having one of these classes that just provides an impossible amount of ward. It does scale with life magic, so maybe, like, I don't know. Treasuring ability grants allies health and moving on their distance from you. The further away, the more. So you just run away as a thing and just keep healing. If nothing else, because I do plan on having him stay as a warden, I'm going to have him, wait a minute. Guardian. Rather, I do kind of want him to just be able to be a guardian. He has smelling salts. Well, okay, he should have smelling salts. But there we go. Impair can be very useful. Discipline, rally. Resuscitates kind of loses out to smelling salts. Smelling salts is kind of just better. Dispels magic and drains them. That alone is very, very tempting. Imprison also is kind of ridiculous. All of them level up Warden. Classes have like good skills in though. Not much really. It's best as like a warden sailor, to be honest. You can use that ability crest for something else. Just how well Sucker works. That is a curious thing. I don't think I'm going to be going towards it too soon, though. It's just not like what is in my cards here. You could give him Despair in his extra slot, so he steals some MP from enemies. You could also just have him have Blizzard, so he can throw ice at you and revive you that way. How about Blizzard as an extra spell? And that wasn't too bad. Scatter afar, my body is lost. Seek out each piece and heed not the cost. Unbury the bones and bring them to me. Riches and power shall I give to thee. Into the hand cast each living piece. When I made whole thy pain, I will cease. Unbury the bones and bring them to me. Unbury the bones with the ruin set me free. Sounds like he wants to be set free. He wants me to unbury some bones. Now, it could be that he wants you to just bring him bones of varying types, like a spine and a tusk. Or he could be looking for very specific bones that are specifically buried. You know, as one might expect when it says unbury the bones. Okay, you know what? Surely fire will work. There we go. How dare you? There's gotta be more to this place that I'm just not seeing. Do I have to go into the ice? Wait. Of course. Unbury the bones! Unbury the bones! That's not a bone. That's decidedly not a bone. Let me get out my rock smashing wrench. Saves effect for stability. Which pulls into spills and interrupts. Consider combining with Chevalier, Thermometer, which is a powerful thing, but avoid using it on a team that makes use of dances and drifters. Well. Garnessa. Unbury the bones? No. We got a Spidest here. At another ice class one day. Alright, bear. Start us off. An anchorite? Just an anchorite in there. No big deal. Well, that's his class. Actually, I haven't looked at magic spellworms before. Isolated attendants of the revered dead. I'm pretty sure that's just a spider guy. They protect saintly tombs that send their lives in grim service to those long since past. Their magic is beck and call, and they use it to empower their bare hands. pretty sure that is just a spider. But if you want to call him an anchorite, that's fine. It's gonna jump again. That's fine. We're arming you up and sending you in. Ow. Reliquary gives itself ruin weapon. Back. Run away. You can't get past that magic split worm. I love the stun animation. Ah, it's having a real bad day. No. Someone noticed my foot movement. Music. Now he's coming for attention. Preserve Guido, also run away. Throw another bat. Run further away. The fool! Didn't even realize that he was just playing into my trap the whole time. Alright, well now I gotta play with one hand. Spidest down. Jeez. Flying around here. No, no. You're gonna fall. More bats. Bats are not going to be good for the split worms. They don't have critical preserve or anything, so they do have a finite amount, but... Oh, jeez. Oh, nope, that's... Okay. Hey, no. Okay, hold on. Going for the nipple. Zero, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to put you down. It's for your own good. So the team didn't get there to give you Longer lasting preserve. It's important that we keep your preserve up. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna have to give this guy a snack, tide him over. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't think he actually wanted food. He's just wild. He's having a wild moment. Or at least doing enough damage to the magic split worms shouldn't split too crazily. It's gonna hunker to reload. Back. I shall revive you. There's actually multiple magic split worms here. What happened? You suddenly get wet when you were doing something you shouldn't? Strange. Do a trick shot. Bats will just block out the tunnel. Maybe a proper preserve. Instead of one only lasts like 40 seconds. Send you back in, coach.
See if we can't distract them.
With a toy. We're out of bat room. There's no more room for bats. Look here 1 second. I have to deal with this little mess. He is getting a little too deep happy, as it were. Oh boy. We will try to keep you alive. You have like 300 units of reserve, but whatever. There's no room. Non-magic split worms. Hangover. However, features affects future participants as and then ensure the server resist by certain features that also resist percentage. Okay. Hangover. Interesting. Let's not have that, shall we? Does split from that, that's fine. We're doing this. Not an issue. I should be saving big damage for this, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine because we're just gonna walk in there and start one-shotting them. Yep, one-shotting them. Yeah, I guess you're more kidding. That makes me something to do. How many souls did Abby have? Abby had 5. This thing has 4. Right, despair and difficulty? Yeah. Just a little one. A mini bomb. There's a skull. It's got not even the slightest had materials in it. Unbury the bones. Gleaming bones. Okay. That's something. Bones with an ethereal light, returning them to their proper rest place is likely to result in great rewards. Spiders never have things. Yeah. They're apparently all fangless, which is weird. Pretty sure we're looking for 4 things of bones, so... Expect me to have lattice seeds here, game? So I can't think of a way to climb up here. It isn't lattice seeds. Obviously I do have gate, but that's, what, only 4 tiles-ish? Yeah. Forest is definitely one to level up. 3 targets is important for that ability. Another point of lightning resist. Get you some more ruin magic. More jump for bear. Look at this skill tree here. Each rank adds 1 max range. Okay. Gleaming bones, maybe? Yeah. I think we need one more and then we have the whole set. However that works. This aspect for malaise and frail. Spindle Whorl Pendant. Now tied to the string. So disc once used in weaving, now tied to a string and function as an amulet. The curse it bears is symbolic and sort of functional. Tying loose threads together when combat begins, where it's inflicted with contagious 300 seconds. The melee attacks also inflict contagious, albeit for a shorter time. Now that's interesting. Because I have this open, I can't open it. Ah. Tools. Final bone. Gleaming ribcage. That does seem like that would be the final bone. Now, clearly I'm missing something, because there's got to be some sort of trick to get everything outside, because I don't get it. They just expect you to have... Oh, I need to go get more lattice seeds then, I guess. That's the expectation. Alright. Let us return the bones. I'm not sure if there's an importance to their order. And then Zero, you can do the honors with the kiss. No. No. Oh, you know what probably does it? Ruin all at once in all the pieces. Probably need something like, okay. Nope. Shroud? Nope. Maybe the order's wrong? Oops. Might be a revenant. One second. Why is lost? You cut each piece and heed not the cost. And break the bones, bring the two riches and power shall link into the hand. Cast each gleaming piece. When I am made whole, the pain will cease and break the bones. With ruins, set me free. Into the hand. Cast each gleaming piece. Your claws are digging into my leg. That is not good. Into the hand. See, the layout of this makes me think that, like... Come on, stop going for that. Makes me think that, it's supposed to be, like, in an arrangement around it. But the thing does say into the hand. It's not like a container either, so, like, what? Did I miss a spot? Maybe there's 5. Maybe there are 5. That's a possibility. I was thinking there's 4 because there's 4 empty tiles, but maybe there's a 5th one that goes into the thing. It would go along with me missing something as part of this puzzle or whatever. Or in this dungeon, not understanding how I get from point A to point B without lattice seed. Oh, no, that still doesn't actually answer anything, never mind. I was about to say, oh, but no, that still doesn't actually answer that. You stop. It certainly wouldn't be underneath this pillar. That'd be absurd. And here is my food. Ah, you are correct. I definitely missed something. That is not the bone, though. Alright, well, you can just slip right out of my hands, I guess. And this is what I missed. And why I did not, in fact, need lattice seed at all. The gleaming spine! And an iron shirt? Okay. Sneaky caves. Really, the spine is the piece that goes in the hand itself. Either that or all pieces go into the hand. One of the two. Alright, Zero. Your turn. Kiss him. Alright. All pieces go directly onto the hand. And then you kiss him. Oh, what do you know? Tome of the Medium. Because it all depends on the Professor Crew provides the initial reader permanent boost to Ruin and Magic evasion. These are classes. Well, I guess I know who's getting that. Provides the initial reader a permanent boost to Fisting and Dodge. haunted staircase. Let's find whatever it says. Whatever presence is blocking your path. Cures those under effects at the start of their turn. Most exercises that apply effects at the start of its turn may still cause harm, but they will be removed immediately thereafter. Not classified as holy, meaning it can remove death mark. Exorcism is the way past death mark. Well, Zero, I guess you get to read 2 new books and get yourself some permanent stat boosts. Now we have the Exorcist and Medium. Cure negative status effects and grant exorcism, providing repeated cures at the start of the target's turns for 70 seconds. This is just Aegis, but better in every way. What? Why? Why have Aegis? I mean, Aegis is technically a little bit different. Protection from the status is kind of better because, you know, if you get poison, you take the damage from the poison, but then it immediately cures it. So, I don't know. We decide for so accounts heal and protect allies or burn foes. Can't be reused for 60 seconds. Oh, you mean I can't just summon millions of candles? This is bullshit. One group frail and increases malaise. Shoot a bolt of death in a straight line, dealing 12 damage with a 2% chance to instantly KO the target for each debuff on them. Okay. When you end your turn, gain 2 MP for each of your candle within 4 tiles. Empty malaise and your melee attacks all inflict itchy for at least 30 seconds. When you fall in battle, all allies within 4 tiles who do not have this passive equipped are revived with at least 1 HP. All medium abilities except your candles grant you +1, a new passive for you. There's a limit on how many passes we can give you, though. But that I think that's a passive for someone else. Like maybe Guido has that, so he can revive you, and then you can revive him. I don't know. Because you already have your Deathwalk Surge. And your Heimel Homecoming. And then Burial. Gain Preserve for 35 when you were revived. Have everyone that isn't... like, have that on Burial, then he has Shallow Graves. I'm going to grant you +1 life and 1 rune for 100. Boosts from different abilities stack with each other. That's kind of strong. Haunting. At the start of your turn, foes within 2 tiles are unnerved by a ghastly presence, inflicting -1 to all stats for at least 30 seconds. That seems a little strong. Brawler and Unmaker. Can anyone access? This dude can access that. Exploding Palm. Strike with a 75% damage fist attack that inflicts bomb. Once the creatures will deal damage to their allies. Last rites. Prepare a delayed fist attack that inflicts frail and malaise for 60 seconds. Increasing physical and magic damage to the target takes by 25%. Just the Undying front line. Yeah. Thing is, like, Guido has his imposing and his hold fast. And he still isn't targeted all that often. I could ditch Hold Fast for Shallow Graves. That could be fun. Either way, I do kind of need to level up medium if I want to go exploring any further, because I need to have that exorcism, which does genuinely seem like just a better Aegis, because Aegis, does its thing. Reliquary. Ravage nearby creatures with bones, dealing 8 damage and inflicting itchy for gain, ruin, and enchant for the same duration. Leap over an adjacent target requires an open tile behind the target, otherwise no movement will occur. This does not consume an action in combat, but can't be reused for 40 seconds. A no-cost jump. Memento Mori. Gain life, enchant, and preserve for 92 seconds if your health is critical. You also gain a morale boost. Self-inflicted preserve. Shall you become an anchorite so you can just preserve yourself? And Guido will become the medium? Life enchantment heals enemies. True, unless they're undead. The important part is the ability to instantaneously give yourself preserve for 92. You could just drain touch Memento Mori, drain touch Memento Mori, and that way you don't have to even use the life enchant. Other than if you decide to shield bash an ally for health. And that way you could just keep standing up and dying and standing up and dying. Guido's definitely going medium thing, and then he's going to toss Sailor there and have smelling salts. He'll take an extra point of health. Revenant is good. But, you need to get Anchorite. You need to get Brawler before you can get Anchorite. So we're going to send you Brawler for just a little bit. We'll be back. Glacial Crypt is not done yet. The passives? Need the I'm healing. I'm homecoming passive. The passives from that class. Impeding touch. Fist attacks reduce target's movement by 1 for 30 or more. Movement by 1 for 30 or more. While under the effects of life enchant, fist attacks inflict glowing. While under the effects of ruin enchant, fist attacks inflict suffering. Tempered body. Immunity to frail status. Harmful physical effects on are 50% less effective on you. Interesting. I'm not sure how that works. What's considered harmful magic and physical? I guess that's... No, okay. That's just 15% physical resist, 15% magic resist? Is that what it means? Immunity to melees. Bomb your first fist attack in combat after being revived. Inflicts hangover and contagious for at least 100. It also transfers all negative status effects from you to the target. Hangover deals 10% of the target's contagious spreads. Oh my god. Healing is fine, I assume. In your turn, adjacent to no allies grants you guard and ward for at least 15 seconds. If you haven't moved this round, you also gain physical and magical armor equal to your movement for the same duration. If we were not building you to explode yourself constantly, Anchor Hold could be a good one. But Embalm could be an interesting one for you exploding yourself constantly. I like Heimel Homecoming though. You explode with ice though. And you also it gives us another way to revive you. Snakes with anchor hold. Oh yeah, that would be pretty good. An agility class snake with anchor hold. So I don't think either of these classes convey movement. But there are classes that do just give you more movement, so you could just be a snake with a ton of movement. 5 movement, 5 armor, or whatever. Let's continue our search for the thing. Oh, before I leave, I want to get my stuff back. Can't leave my rope and piton here. I mean, I could, but I need them by more. Lack of ice abilities. I mean, it's just more damage that you poop out whenever you explode. Which I liked. I've definitely noticed it have good effects in certain combats. Like, when we're on narrow bridges with ice surrounding us, you will often create patches of land that we can deal with, right? Saw a dig spot? You saw a dig spot. Who even where? They may have been on the path back, I'm guessing. Or they're outside. Oh, yep, there's one there. I saw another one, you say. Not this thing, right? This thing's not a dig spot. Oh, there it is. Ooh, a satchel. What we got in here? There we go. Ah, grappling lasso. Of course they're going to give you one of those. And a bunch of tools for remote firing. Did you know that you could make a bottle of oil and create a Molotov? Alright. Mio's secret shop. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to use this compass. If it's for the overworld. Miolai. Well, look what we got. Mithril shield of massive proportions. When we get to a place, we'll socket it up with some goodies and equip it to made to protect the large bodies of Wildari, but thanks to its lightness can be used just as well by smaller beings. It's made for you. You do lose only 4 magic dodge, and you gain 12 more physical dodge. That's pretty good. That's an improvement. Did you want me to make you like an airstone, not an airstone, an iron ice rapier or a sword? Straight sword, not rapier. For that extra dodge. Even Brook Grove. Because we have a piece of iron ice that we're using for a shield that you have in a spare, but we can just, you know, melt that down. An anti-air device. Lost R5X. See, look at that 14 magic. Like, being able to just, like, hit it for 14 points of damage, probably, like, you know, it's natural magic defense bring it down to 9, but 14 points, 9 points damage, and possibly the full 14 magic, which would potentially reduce its output by a ton. We have exactly 1 MP it refills, though. Well, all we need to do is spread out, and we're probably good on this battle. That said, Bear's gun, is it reloaded? Yes, Bear's gun is reloaded. Eh. The thing is capable of moving, which gives a little bit of a cause for alarm. We're gonna spread out so we hopefully don't get annihilated by some kind of AoE, like Bomb Storm, for example. That seems like a fair turn one. I can get behind that. That seems completely reasonable. That seems more than fair. 0, negate. Guido's gonna jump into the fire. Get back here, you. Another bomb storm? Good thing this guy's not in it. Good block, Guido. Stop running. Get back here. Bear's probably gonna die, but he's getting mighty angry. Throw another bat out. Can upgrade Guido's weapon. There's options, yeah. I really like his weapon right now. The poison can be very useful. It has a stun trigger in it, so it's nice. He doesn't normally swing it, but when he does, it can be very helpful. What do you think you're doing? Get back here. Victory. Wasn't too hard to fight. No, it was a really rude opener. One of those things where, like, if you weren't strong enough, you would just die. I'm having such a hard time with this. I wanted to get that extra point of bow skill, so I'm probably just gonna have him sit on scout for a little bit since he's got 11 stat points waiting to go. Exorcism and Shallow Graves. Shallow Graves is just hilarious. Well, hold fast. We worked for quite a bit to get you, but looks like we're going with Shallow Graves and Deathwalk Surge. Like the idea of warmth lasting for very, very long times. Got a point on Brawler. Then we continue to Anchorite. Get you Memento Mori. I wonder how that levels up. It's probably going to be like just one of the things that we turn into an ability crest for the skill for you. You have dinner to get. I do have dinner to get. It is very tempting to get. I think Suppress Magic's gonna be one of his like later ability crest abilities because that thing sounds really, really useful for select fights. For now, I'm gonna get him Exorcism as well because that's a mandatory ability. And Spirit Count's gonna be fun. Him having like a little summon of his own. More summons for the summon party. What do we get here as our reward? A fossil. So let's go the long dead Rasmin. As detected, there are no eye sockets or nostrils, only small holes on each cheek for Rasmin's mouth. Don't Rasmin exist by like absorbing essence? Like they don't breathe, they have the essence. All strange creatures, they lack eyes and instead see by feeling the essence around them. Well, that's how they see. To better integrate in society, they wear masks with enter card. So they breathe through one mouth and eat with the other? Or they eat with both? Existence touch range? That is a good question. We don't know what the specifics of exorcism. More levels makes me think that it might last longer. I have to imagine it's just Aegis. It could be worse than Aegis in that way, you know. I'm still at a loss for this thing. The skills device doesn't have any functionality. Like I can't use it to. It's still just pointing north. Well, it's kind of just spinning, but it's pointing north. I'm gonna go for just a little bit longer. Look around. Nice always wiggles. Have you actually completed this? Or are familiar with it? Or are you just like... Oh, wait. I'm gonna mark this off. Oh, okay. Why it wiggles. So it doesn't actually, like, provide me with any kind of guidance. It just wiggles. Darvis's Rock? Or else I need a bit low. That's another supply port. I have to assume that it's in this archipelago somewhere. It's kind of like the flavor text that they gave me. But it could honestly be pretty much anywhere. I really want to find it, and then I can head off. Sail around here a little bit more. We have 5 days of food left. We can pick up more at Darvis's Rock. That may or may not be it, but it is something. And with that, I will save. And I'll head out. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good day, evening, or night, whichever it is to you. Bye for now. For any complaints I have about the mods in the mod pack, it's a very enjoyable, very fun mod pack. And I have to say thank you to Prominence for their work making all these fantastic mods. But